Hey, what's up, guys? I am here to give you a WWE NXT review. Let's just get right into it. This NXT happened on July 10th, 2014, and we got Jason Albert, which is Tensai, Rich Brennan, and Renee Young on commentary. Kicks right off with Bayley versus Summer Rae, and the winner will become the number one contender to Charlotte's NXT Women's Championship. Obviously, Summer Rae won because I don't fucking like Bayley, so they knew the WWE. I would be happy if Summer Rae won. That they're building a story between Summer Rae and Charlotte, so it would make sense. She wins with with the leg drop move that Big Show usually does, and that Melina would do. I don't really know what she calls it, but she wins with that move, and she becomes number one contender. The match, I'm not a fan of Bayley matches. I don't fucking like Bayley. They don't spell her name right, and she's just a joke. So I don't really care for any Bayley match. And then Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville were talking backstage, and they were just talking about how Adrian Neville will always have Sami Zayn's back because they're buddies. That's pretty much it. And then Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd got interviewed, and they were talking about how that they're gonna take over the NXT. They agree. Justin Gabriel agrees that he started out in 2010 in NXT and now he's back on NXT. He's not really trashing NXT, but it is kind of sad. You're not on the main roster 4 years later. You're back on NXT. That is kind of sad. Justin Gabriel also says that there are some great talent in NXT, but we need to kick them down and show them who's boss, I guess. So who the real veterans are. And then we got Sin Cara versus Wesley Blake. It was a squash match. Sin Cara wins with a Swanton Bomb. And by the sounds of it, it looks like Sin Cara is going to be back on NXT now, which is fine. It's better than just releasing Sin Cara. I like Sin Cara. WWE should use him better, but I don't know if they ever will. The only match he really has on WWE on the main roster are squash matches. So maybe now we can see him excel on NXT. So, and then we got CJ Parker came out and was going to apologize to Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods comes out and says he's not stupid. He knows this is all a trick. That you're just tricking me. And then CJ Parker says, "Hey, I just got overzealous. I was overexcited, but I really want to apologize." But Xavier Woods doesn't accept it, and CJ Parker kicks him in the back of the head. I'm glad this got promo time. I was not expecting it to get promo time, but it did. And this is a feud. I'm not minding this feud. It was like CJ Parker was apologizing, and Xavier Woods wouldn't accept it. What I think should happen, though, is Xavier Woods should have accepted his apology, and he says, he says that he just should have accepted his apology, and it all was a trick. So, and that would have made CJ Parker more of a heel, but this makes him a heel too. But this was fine. I think then we got I forget what the next match was. The Vaudevillains were backstage talking about how they're going to be the greatest tag team in WWE, and how they're going to become the next NXT Tag Team Champions. Tyson Kidd and Natalya were backstage, and they were talking, and Natalya's just not, says she's always going to support Tyson Kidd, but she's not really supporting what role he's playing. But Tyson Kidd says you have the option to support it or not. Sasha Banks and Summer Rae were backstage. Summer Rae says we're going to become the new NXT champion, that she's going to become the new NXT Women's Champion, and we're going to kick Charlotte to the curb, and they can still be friends. Bo Diddley squashed Angelo Dawkins. I have a feeling Angelo Dawkins is probably like this great wrestler, but we're never going to see it because WWE is just going to use him as a jobber. Maybe that could be the case. And then Sami Zayn interviews Adrian Neville. I don't remember what they said here. They probably said the same thing, so I don't really remember. And then we got Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville versus Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd with Natalya ringside. Good match. It was a good back-and-forth match. One thing I liked was when Adrian Neville did a moonsault off Sami Zayn's back onto, I think, Justin Gabriel. and then they dominated Sami Zayn, and then Adrian Neville. No, they dominated, I think. Yeah, then Adrian Neville got the hot tag, and another sick spot was when Tyson Kidd ended up getting super kicked when he went to come in the match, and he went to jump on Adrian Neville. Ended up getting super kicked by Adrian Neville, and he kicked out of it. That was cool. Sami Zayn ended up doing a flip dive onto everybody. Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel, and Adrian Neville. And then Sami Zayn punches Tyson Kidd, and he accidentally knocks off Natalya, who shouldn't have really been on the apron anyways. And then I like this because it looks like that Tyson Kidd's going to go check on his wife, and Sami Zayn was going to go help him out. But then he rolls him up into a pin and gets the pinfall. That made him look so much like a heel. And then the fact is, he didn't really care that his wife got hurt. So that got Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel the victory. I like how they're using the Tyson Kidd heel roll. It's cool. And I like the CJ Parker and Xavier Woods stuff this week. I like that is going to be like a legit feud. And they're doing kind of stuff with Summer Rae and Charlotte. I think they're going to do stuff as the weeks progress. And Sin Cara's getting back on NXT. That's kind of sad for him. The Bo Dempsey match, I guess, was bad. I liked NXT this week. It furthered feuds, made Tyson Kidd a heel, so I think NXT was fine this week. So that's all I have to say. All I have to say is peace out.